Water Sanitation District, Tuesday, August 27th, 2024, 4 p.m., Timberon Community Center Lodge, 1 Bob White Circle, Timberon, New Mexico, 88350.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I salute the flag of the state of
Mexico, and is a symbol of perfect friendship and united cultures.
Okay, we have roll call. We have Ms. Barzoni, myself, Ms. Hardesty, Ms. Burmeister. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve our agenda?
Sure. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, man. Manager's report. Anything?
Okay,
I'd like
so
to make
for
an objection before she does this.
Yep.
Normally, always, the manager is sat at the table with the board of directors. And I saw the email that you sent to her to tell her that she was to sit in the audience and she may return to her seat after she gives the report.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is just an attempt on your part to embarrass and diminish her in front of an audience.
Nope.
And
Yes, it is.
I just want to put the record that I'm making an objection to this. You have assumed authority that you do not have. You are one member of this board. That's it.
I'm also the presiding officer.
I know you gave yourself a new title. You like giving yourself titles.
Okay.
Come up with some others. I'll come up with something myself.
All right. Thank you, Ed, for your opinion. Go ahead, Renee.
So I'm not facing anybody. I'm going to go stand over here. Okay, so the water department produced to this day 5,154,000 gallons. Sorry, excuse me, 5,154,970 gallons. And again, we're having issues with the communication. They were supposed to be on site today, but something came up and they couldn't be on site. So we are still working to get that resolved. We had a total of 37 work orders since the last board meeting. 31 are closed, 6 open work orders, 6 water main breaks, 1 meter box install, 4 locates, 3 road gradings, 2 meter replacements, and 9 miscellaneous. Also, for the banking situation, I am supposed to sign something to put Mr. Mark Harding back on, and I would like a resolution to see 2 signatures on the checks, not just 1. And unless the bank has a resolution, they will not change that.
The checks require 2
They do not.
signatures now.
1.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Because there's
Nobody changed that. They have to have a resolution to change it. And she will not change it back without a resolution.
It's my understanding that there is a space on every check for 2 signatures now.
There's a space, but that's not required.
Bank's rules. Somewhere along the line, somebody has stepped in with a resolution and changed it from 2 things back to 1. The bank only needs 1 signature on those checks, and the only way you're going to correct that is with a resolution submitted to the bank downtown, not bank branch manager.
Can we put that on the agenda for next meeting?
Agenda resolution for bank signatures?
Yes.
The bank previously provided us with a resolution for us to sign.
And was that?
They can do that again. Previously, the bank provided us with the resolution.
When was that though? Do you
That
know?
was September 2023.
And also, I've been in the office dealing with 19 IPRAs, all of which are from board members.
No need to.
Correct.
That's BS.
Why are the board members submitting those to the office, sir?
Because when you ask for information, we're not receiving it. We're told no.
Okay, well, there might be a reason behind it. All that crap that you're sending into her office takes up her time, that should be on the street. That's y'all's fault.
And all she would have to do is provide the financial information that we've requested.
Oh, all that computer that's in there that's screwed up? How are you gonna get any financial information that's correct?
Point of order. Renee, was that all your report?
Yes,
Okay, I have some questions for you.
absolutely.
Had the auditors, Beasley, Mitchell, CPA been paid yet?
I'd like to address that.
No, I asked the manager, Ed. You're out of order.
I've looked into it. I don't know.
So, that's a no.
I said I don't know.
Okay.
I'd still like to address that.
Okay.
I called Beasley Mitchell, talked to one of the partners named Dahlia, and I asked her, well, I told her I haven't seen any invoice. And I said, tell me what we owe you, send me an invoice and I'll get a check to you. She goes, no, that's not how it works. We start the audit, when we get to a certain point, then we'll send an invoice. She said, do not send money now. She told me that. She also told me, contrary to what you said at the last meeting, they do not conduct forensic audits. She said that is something totally separate. We don't do it. And if you guys want to do that, it's going to cost you starting at about $100,000, probably at around $200,000. And she says they do not do them.
Okay, got a few other questions for you, Renee.
Uh-huh.
There was a grievance submitted by the union. Has it been resolved yet?
No, you told me to forward those to you, and we forwarded them to the attorneys, and I haven't heard anything back.
So at this point then, according to the collective bargaining agreement, that matter should have been turned over to the board by
It was.
now. It should have been turned over to the board. I haven't received
Are you the whole
anything.
board?
Pardon me?
Are you the whole board? Because she said she sent it to you.
I haven't received anything.
You received it the day you were in the office with all of us.
But that was when the attorney was contacted. I haven't received anything since then.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, are we allowed to know what this grievance is about?
No, it's a personnel issue.
Because you're talking about it in front of all of us. So it
Mhm.
kinda
I
seems
just
weird.
mentioned a grievance. I can't go into any other detail other than that.
You're not asking you to do that, she's asking you to speak up a little bit, thank you. Some of us can't hear all that well.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's a little better, yes.
Okay. All right. Has an administrative assistant been hired?
Yes.
Okay. Have the errors in TWSD's QuickBooks software been corrected?
No.
Okay, has somebody been hired to correct those entries
I'm waiting to hear back.
from? This has been going on for a long time.
That is correct.
When was the IPR submitted? No.
Tell him to shoot.
Point of order. When was the IP or whatever you call it again submitted?
I would suggest you ask the manager that, Rick.
Subsequent correct reviews manager.
Mhm.
Subsequent manager.
Pardon me?
After we wasn't taking care of whatever you was a self-appointed manager, been going on that long.
I wasn't self-appointed manager, number
Whatever you
one.
guys call
I
yourself.
was appointed by the board to be interim director.
That's what they would sell to, whatever.
With the lawyers, you're still representing yourself as the general manager.
No, I'm
Yes, you are.
asking questions as a board director.
Well, you've been more than a board director. Apparently, you've taken over. You've named yourself as the general manager, pro-tem general manager.
So we have to.
Everything else. You've taken every title in the book.
Enough,
Yep.
Dave. You're out
It's
of,
not enough.
you're out of order.
You're out of order.
You're out of order, Dave.
Let him talk.
He's out of order, Ed. You're out of order now too.
No,
Everybody's out of order.
Everybody that speaks up against you is out of order?
No,
Yes.
I'm trying to
That's
conduct,
what it sounds like.
I'm trying
That's
to
absolutely
conduct
right.
this meeting.
No, you want to be a dictator in the water department. That's what you want to be.
He wants
trying
to
to
throw
invest
everybody under
just
us
general
but him.
managers, what you're doing.
No, I'm not
Everything
trying to
that's
get
wrong- everything that's wrong with this water department is because of you.
Now, do we want to have a meeting here or not?
We're
It's not
having a
right
meeting.
like
Let's
that.
just all go in line. Let's just all go in line.
I'm trying to.
How come nobody can talk to the lawyer but you?
I haven't talked to the lawyer, Ed.
Well, apparently you
Dave?
have. We've got a bill at over 150,000 that said you have.
Yep, we do. And I was.
Yeah, and you're the one that talked to the lawyers during that.
And
whole
I
process.
was authorized.
No,
to
you
talk-
weren't authorized.
I was board
I only voted
authorized.
on one item as the chairman where you
You
were
weren't on
authorized.
the board then.
Oh, you've done this on your own without authorization.
Are you done?
Everybody will find the truth
Are you
out
done
eventually.
now?
I don't know. Are we?
Are you done?
You need to be responsible for your actions.
I am.
You have not been.
Are you done?
Okay,
All right.
let's just all go in line.
Just one question, actually it's a statement. Not being critical.
That was it.
No, that ain't
Go
it.
ahead.
When you ask a question like you just asked Renee, don't ask how you ask. The correct way is to, has the IPR been submitted?
Has the IPR been submitted?
No, I requested a 10-day extension, being there's 19 of them.
Wait, we're talking two different things.
What are you talking about?
You're referring to the information request through the Open Information Act.
IPRA.
I'm talking about an IPR, I think it is, or an IRP, or whatever the hell it is. Request for proposal from an accounting firm or whoever is what you're digging at.
Yes.
And that has to be submitted. It has to be publicly acknowledged, put in the newspaper, and where not, for at least 30 days. Then you wait for the responses to come back.
Can I address that?
Yes, sir.
Another, in my dealings with Dahlia from the Beasley Mitchell, she sent me today a list of New Mexico Board of Finance approved auditors that we can send that out to.
Okay.
So my last question I have, since our QuickBooks are in such a mess, how are you still writing checks to pay bills without balancing the checkbook?
We're balancing it all right, and we're actually coming up in our funds.
But how are you able to do this without with the QuickBooks being in the mess up?
I can address that also.
Okay.
She has nothing to do with QuickBooks because she's not even allowed to get into the system.
Right.
The only person here that can do that from here is me.
Okay.
I want off that as quick as I can get off of it and try and get our new administrative assistant up to speed. And I've already talked to Ruby Hernandez, our accountant, and that's going to take place hopefully tomorrow morning. We have an appointment with her over the phone. But the QuickBooks are in such horrible shape, the accountants can't even get it straightened out. I will report to the board that Jesse Duckett and I've been talking, and he has offered graciously to come in and help me because he's had experience with that when he was general manager. And hopefully we can get some of that sorted out. We'll see. But everyone else seems to think that it's a lost cause. So that's where we stand.
All right. Thanks, Renee. Okay, treasurer report.
We don't have a schedule. I was on.
Okay. New business. Discuss approved regular meeting minutes of August 13, 2024. Do I have a motion to approve?
I move we approve the regular meeting minutes of August 13, 2024 as written.
Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, man. Discuss approved special meeting minutes of August 19, 2024.
Point of order. That meeting never happened.
Which one?
The special meeting.
Okay, okay, that's true.
So it's not a valid agenda item.
I agree with that.
Okay, item number 3, submission for record. Written resignation of Edward Hardesty as treasurer of the board. Ed,
Why? Why?
do you want to submit it or?
I already submitted it.
Okay, well, thank you, Ed. Okay,
You have one was to address item number 3. Ms. Tiffany.
Tiffany Carter.
Hi. My name is Tiffany. Mr. Chairman, the board, and the people of Timberon, I'm addressing this board and the people of Timberon hereby give notice of a letter of intent on August 27th, 2024. Many community members have laid witness to a whole host of bad behavior when conducting our meetings, thus giving the belief that many people in our township have lost confidence in a few board members. I myself have laid witness to a litany of items of concern, 2 of which examples were the cancellation of the last 2 meetings due to a lack of no second vote on the agenda. Also, when asking questions about our financials, we get partial answers of which are glossed over and blame the previous administration with no accountability. I feel that the director, Mark Harding, has become ruinous and quite dejected to all other board members. This makes things very destructive, unproductive, and wasting a valuable time. I and many members asked to have Mark Harding volunteer to step down immediately. Respectfully, Tiffany.
Well, I can address that a little bit. I was saving it for the later agenda item.
I would just like to submit this to.
Okay. I've already filed a complaint with the Attorney General. I've talked to an assistant Attorney General in regards to our board issues, and they're looking into it. And at this point, I'm good with whatever decision they're going to be making, but they're going to be making the decision.
Well, I think the community put you in this position.
Yeah.
The community has a right to risk press.
I realize that, and I appreciate it. So.
I'm sorry, I might be a little inept. Are you saying you're going to wait for the judge to make a decision?
No, actually, the Attorney General will be making recommendations to the district court judge. Okay, so
what you're saying is that it needs to be submitted.
This or
no. Paperwork needs to be submitted to the Attorney General.
No, I've already requested action from the Attorney General.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It's his dialogue.
But what is there? Just asking again. I'm not trying to be combative, but is there a reason why that you would want to go that route instead of voluntarily step down?
I think it should be left up to the Attorney General and the judge.
I don't know you.
Left up to the people in the community.
Well, I don't think you're
They
speaking
put
for
you
the
in that
entire
seat, they
community.
got a right to remove you.
Do you have a case number for the Attorney General complaint?
Yes.
Can I have it?
I don't think I got it with me, but yeah, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
Thank you for answering.
And at this point, I would imagine the Attorney General is gonna probably make one of three decisions. You know, it'll be to remove one or all of the board members, special election. So,
Well, the request is, as far as I'm aware, and I could be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, the request is for you, not for the entire board or what have you. It's you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't see why not to use it as a scare tactic or whatever, just so you know, to say it's everybody else or nobody. You know, if the request is on you.
Yeah.
And I really deeply feel that you have an obligation to the community, but to your constituents. And it's overwhelmingly, from what I can read, what I can hear, from what's signed, that would really have you for the better part of the TWSD to resign.
all right,
Thank you.
okay.
And what was the complaint filed with the Attorney General? Was it on one board member, all the board members,
All the board members, Dave,
including yourself?
including myself.
So
Yeah.
the story the Attorney General is getting, how do we know that's a fair story?
No, that's a problem.
You called it on yourself?
You know, you file your own complaint, Dave. You have that right. You know,
I just really want to make a statement. I myself, I would like to say thank you to Renee, because I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but I have noticed a big difference since she has been here. And I to be blaming her for things that she walked into. It only has had 4 months in order.
Right.
She's only been here 4 months.
And
You had longer than that.
I'm not blaming anybody for anything.
Well, it sure sounds like
I'm
it from
just
this
trying
end.
to get answers.
It really did
Okay.
sound like.
Spanky, it sounds like it from this end.
Well, I'm
we
just
are hearing.
trust me.
Answer something that was done on your watch.
When she doesn't even have access to the QuickBooks.
Yes,
And asking her why she doesn't have it sorted out yet, that's kind of ridiculous.
Where's your answers?
Okay. Any other questions?
Number 4.
Okay. Discuss appoint a new treasurer of the board. Have any discussion on that? Any volunteers?
Does the treasurer have to be a board member?
No, they just recently changed the statute to where the treasurer and the secretary, well, secretary's always been that way. Treasurer can be a non-board member. Our bylaws say that the treasurer has to be a board member.
The bylaws are out of date.
And the bylaws are, they're out of date. So the answer is no. The treasurer does not have to be a board director, according to the statute.
I'm sorry, I heard almost everything that you said except for what it is that you want us somebody to volunteer for.
No, I said that the treasurer does not have to be a board director any longer.
Oh.
They changed the state statute last year.
Thank you.
I believe the bylaws still supersede the state on that.
No,
Because the wording of that is.
I know where you're going, Jesse, but actually,
Well, I don't know where he's going. Can you finish speaking, please? I'm sorry. I'd like to know what you're talking about.
state law supersedes our bylaws.
Yeah, but the state laws say that the treasurer does not have to be a board member. It
I know
doesn't
that's what I
say
said.
that, it's not a specific order that says the treasurer should not be a board member. You see where I'm going at? Your bylaws still supersede the state on that, because that's a choice.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So change the bylaws before you.
Yeah, but I mean, that we can't do that right now, but you're correct. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not interested, but I would assume that anybody applying to be the treasurer needs to pass a background because there's got to be a bond held for that. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
You gotta have some kind of qualification.
Yeah. Good.
Good question.
Yeah.
Do we have to decide right now, or can we talk to some people outside of this meeting that are residents that would be a good person to nominate?
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. I mean, I don't think anybody on this board wants to be treasurer.
Okay, so can we schedule another
Sure, we
emergency
can.
meeting here in
Yeah.
a couple weeks and?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just had a good recommendation. If everything is such a mess, how about instead of throwing it all on one person's shoulder, you form a committee so everybody can work together and chip away at it a lot easier.
Yeah, we could do a budget committee. We've had them in the past.
Cooperation, everybody.
Everybody up to the
Yeah.
same thing. You
Yeah,
know?
but we still have to officially have a treasurer.
If the board decides to go that route with the treasurer not being a board member, you're gonna have to put something on the next agenda to also get another board member. You still gotta have five board members.
Yep, that's been brought up to the attorney general. Yep.
Was there a specific time frame when you did submit this to them that they would get back to you or
Yeah, about 2
write you a
weeks ago.
letter back?
2 weeks ago.
Not when
An
you
answer.
submitted it, but when you would get a reply.
I have no control over.
No, I'm not saying you have
Did they give you
control,
an
but did they
ETA?
give you an
No.
estimate?
Okay, no, they did not give me.
But I asked them to expedite it if they could because of how urgent.
That's why I did it. Stall.
So.
So agenda item for
Question.
the next meeting?
I suggest you table number 4
Fixing the.
and put out for volunteers with resumes being sent to the general manager.
I was fixing to do that.
All right, sir.
So do I have a motion to table agenda item number 4?
So moved.
Pardon me?
So moved. Motion.
All those in favor?
I need a second.
Second. A second.
Second.